Alright guys, we got some brand new info on a scrapped Fantastic Four post-credit scene that the man behind Loki and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness started to work on before they ever even knew whether the Fantastic Four were coming to the MCU anytime soon. But ultimately, it was scrapped, and I think for the better. So this comes at us in an interview that Empire Magazine did with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness writer. And he specifically talked about how he always wanted to include Reed Richards in something. And very early on when he was brought on board to Doctor Strange 2, the first thing he wrote in his original draft was the post-credit scene that he wanted in there. And he specifically says that it would have involved somebody going over the events of everything that happens in the film. And those events are being reviewed by this somebody who we currently don't see and don't know who it is. And then we realize when a stretchy hand comes into the frame to run this back, and we see it fully revealed to be Reed Richards. And he says that he wrote this because Reed is one of his favorite Marvel characters of all time, and that he wanted to let Marvel Studios know that somehow he's going to work this character in there. And since Fantastic Four was already supposed to be in development in some sort of a, fashion for the MCU after they acquired Fox, he figured he'd put it in there just so he could see if anybody would bite on it. Naturally, as the script continued to evolve and they changed directors and direction and all that, the script evolved to actually include a multiverse version of Reed Richards. So this worked out for him for the best because instead of just a small little scene, they actually got to write Reed and put him into the film, and he gets to be the man that introduced the Fantastic Four into the MCU. To a degree, obviously, because it's the multiverse. So yeah, it's pretty cool to know that he ultimately got to do what he wanted and got to get that character in there and really, got, you could say, his dream of one of his favorite Marvel characters in there. And then it went far beyond what he even originally envisioned, which is really cool. And I think the big takeaway here is it's one of those things that's so cool to the overall way that Marvel approaches everything. But if you have a good idea, if they can make it work, they will. And again, we heard about how when they originally approached the whole Illuminati sequence, there was almost none of the members we ended up getting because they were much safer with it. But then going, hey, how about Reed Richards? Or how about Black Bolt? And working with the actors and the appropriate people involved with these characters made it possible. So it's kind of that interesting team effort that they all got going on there.